And good evening. In case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And I'm just doing all my checks here. And it would be handy if I could just do one last thing. Bear with me. Right, yeah, I'm just doing a copy and paste onto my Twitter. Tell 10 to tell 10. I'll just tell anyone that'll do me right now. Paste it. There we go. Bear with me. I've got no one helping me here. Just on my own with a covering that I can't breathe through. But hey ho. Tell 10 to tell 10. Free Palestine. Labour Friends of Israel. IRA. Rafah Massacre. And that's me. We're all good to go, right? So good evening. The massacre in Rafah. What kind? Well, since I posted earlier on, one of my tweets took on a life of its own. Quite a good few followers and tweets on there at last count. 4,500. 4,500 my earnings a week. Get on here. There we are. My Ray-Bans are steaming up. And for those who don't know or know who I am or what I've done in the past, the reason why I have to sit here like this until I can leave Glasgow and Charlotte and until I get out of these shores, then I'm stuck with this on the hey ho, free Palestine. I was only in Palestine 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I was getting ready to go. I managed to go to Al Quds, that's Jerusalem. And I stayed about less than a mile away from Masjid al-Aqsa. I was able to go to the blessed sanctuary where the Prophet, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he ascended on a miraculous night journey on an animal, a winged animal called Barak. There's actually a masjid in Masjid al-Aqsa called Masjid Barak, and it's got a handle where it said that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, where he tied Barak on to this chain. This is going back over 1400 years ago. Masjid al-Aqsa is built on a mountain, the Dome of the Rock. You can actually see the top of the rock. It's the top of the mountain, and it's in the Dome of the Rock Masjid. The whole sanctuary and the whole place, the whole sanctuary, it's massive. Obviously, you've got the Zionists where they've got the Wailing Wall where they scream like a bunch of pigs. And thanks for joining us. If you've got a retweet button, retweet to retweet, God willing. Right. R.I.P. Ollie Rafa. Tel Aviv. What's happening in Tel Aviv? Anything? Eritrean rioters have killed a settler and only 6 others. Their unrest led to widespread vandalism, with windows shattered, stores looted in the nearby areas of the city. Stones have been hurled and confrontation between the rioters and police force have escalated. The sound of gunfire and stun grenades fills the air as the situation intensifies. I'm just watching some clips. The sound you can hear is it's all kicking off. And there you go, Zionist entity. Right, thanks for joining us. I can see there's 5 people so far. God willing. Thank you for joining us. I don't know how I'm going to cope. I'm intending to do another show. Since I posted the last one, forgive me for my swearing. I've been to 3 prayers in the masjid and asked for forgiveness. God willing. And after this show, inshallah, heading to do my Fajr prayer. That's if I've no collapsed with the heat of this here. A creaky man out here. It's going down in Chinatown. Tied us too tight here. I've got a stream on looking up there where I'm about 10 seconds behind. And the 5 is went to 4. Where did you go? The fifth viewer. God willing. Come back. He's gone all misty here. And just experimenting with this technology. Rumble. Osama Hamdan, Hamas official in Lebanon.
Hamdan condemned latest Israeli attacks in Rafah as unprecedented acts of violence and blamed Israel for direct violation of international norms and regulations. He added that dozens of Gazans died in that attack, most of them women and children. The Hamas rep also slammed the Israeli regime for invading Rafah's crossing, which he called a violation of Egypt's sovereignty. Hamdan said Tel Aviv's prevented aid distribution and weaponized hunger to cause a more severe humanitarian crisis. He also criticized Washington for its non-stop political and military support for the occupying regime.
Just want to try something here, bear with me.
The Egyptian army says this launched a probe into the killing of one of its soldiers during fire exchange with Israeli troops at the Rafah crossing. Israeli and Egyptian media have reported an unprecedented trade of fire in which several people have been injured. The incident comes amid heightened tensions between Egypt and Israel over the regime's intensified attacks into the densely populated city of Rafah.
Right,
Egyptian officials already warned that continuation of the regime's offensive on Rafah will have grave security.
Forgive me, I've got a couple of computers on. I've got a laptop, I've got my mainframe, I've got my TV to the side. And yes, as usual, we have, what do we have? We've got some tinfoil here. So, for added protection, We've got some a tinfoil covered studio. Now we've got a tinfoil covered hat just to keep me extra protected. I just want to do a sound check.
As a protection.
There we go. It's coming through loud and clear. God willing. Right, if you've got some listeners there, go on to Twitter and retweet if you can. Right, I need to come up with a better solution. This computer is. Can't breathe. Can't breathe. I'm going to collapse. You'll see somebody collapsing on Rumble. It's me. Oh, could have opened the window, get a bit of air, get a fan on here. Right, so. Right, I've just realised what I can do here as well. Bear with me. So I can actually put.
Is a religion of 3,000 years to be subservient to God. Zionism is an occupation. It's a nationalist movement that's masquerading the name of a religion and they're stealing the land from another people, while the rabbinical authorities from day one in Palestine and around the world said this is not Judaism. We're not allowed to steal the land from another people and kill and terrorize and oppress. This is not Judaism. It's forbidden. We plead with the world leaders, stand up and immediately do what is in the power of the world leadership to stop the massacre in Gaza. When they ratified the state, the majority of people living in Palestine were Muslim. The second large were Christian. Then there was the Jewish community, and all three actually said we don't want. It's not a Jewish state. It's against the Jewish said it's not a Jewish state. It's against our religion. And the Zionists had come from Europe. It was a group of people from Europe, non-religious people, Zionists. They weren't even covering their heads. They made the state, and the rabbis of Palestine said, and we have it in their documents, where the chief rabbis of Palestine, nothing to be confused with the Israeli rabbinate, where the chief rabbi said, we furthermore wish to express our definite opposition to a Jewish state in any part of Palestine by murdering and killing and doing inhumane acts that exacerbates anti-Semitism. How dare they, the Zionists, use that word anti-Semitism to cover for their atrocities, for what they're doing.
Reporters Without Borders has filed another complaint with the International Criminal Court over Israeli war crimes against journalists. RSF is demanding the ICC
technology here.
investigate crimes against at least 9 Palestinian
right, so please equip yourself with some tinfoil. Join the show, get the tinfoil on, protect yourselves as much as you can.
At the ICC.
Crackpot radio at its finest. I used to have a tinfoil covered Skoda, now we've got a tinfoil covered studio.
Genocidal war on October 7th.
Oh, look at that now.
Israel's killing journalists to stop the truth from coming out of Gaza. RSF's latest complaint comes just days after the ICC's chief prosecutor requested arrest warrants for top Israeli officials, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, on charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity.
Well, if I just check the sound on this one.
Yeah, it says launched fresh retaliatory attacks against American and Israeli ships in support of oppressed Palestinians. Spokesman for the Yemeni Armed Forces says operation was performed using a number of missiles that hit their targets. In the latest attacks, a ship under a Liberian flag was targeted after violating the maritime ban imposed by the Yemeni army. An American ship and an Israeli vessel were also hit in the Indian Ocean. Yemeni Air Force also successfully attacked 2 American destroyers in the Red Sea. Brigadier General Yahya Sari added that Yemen will continue its military operations in solidarity with Palestinians and in defense of Yemen.
I love the Yemenis. Keep it going, Yemen.
The Israeli genocidal onslaught on Gaza stretched the regime to its limit, from its economy to its legitimacy, and no sympathy, since regime is adamant in continuing its aggression. In our Explainer program, we discuss what the costs have been for Tel Aviv.
The Israeli regime is in a bind. It can't go back to the status quo and it can't get what it wants. The occupation of all of Palestine. It is on a losing streak when it comes to the U.S.-Israeli genocidal aggression against Palestinians. Meanwhile, the intentions of the Israeli prime minister is blurred by claims of wanting to win the onslaught for the sake of staying in office. Well, a good starting point would be the aggression itself. IOF regime forces are losing on the ground. There's a Hamas resurgence in the north, and the loss of regime forces has increased dramatically. And regarding eradicating Hamas and its capabilities, well, just on Sunday, Hamas fired a large rocket barrage at Tel Aviv. Some 10 rockets were actually launched in the barrage. Well, on freeing captives, big failure by the Israeli regime. Not only were they not able to do that, a number of IOF regime forces have themselves.
There's a happy medium. Let's get there.
Now, this is a video released by Al-Qassam Brigade showing an Israeli soldier being dragged away by Palestinian fighters inside a Hamas tunnel, where many regime forces were also killed. The official death toll, grossly underreported, is approaching.
So after 8 months,
well, 290 to be exact,
and
but
they went into this massacre, saying that they would do it to get
much higher.
freed the hostages
As the
and
genocidal war
to
continues
destroy
claim
Hamas.
lives.
They've achieved absolutely nothing of their goals. Not one thing has been achieved. Zero, zilch, apart from the massacre of thousands. Massacre of thousands.
Palestinian fighters inside a Hamas tunnel, where many regime forces were also killed. The official death toll, grossly underreported, is approaching.
So after 8 months,
290 to be exact,
and massacre, saying that they would do it to get freed the hostages and to destroy Hamas. They've achieved absolutely nothing of their goals. Not one thing has been achieved. Zero, zilch, apart from. Sorry, you'll have to bear with me. I'm still getting used to this technology. Stop sharing. The technology here I'm using, I was used to old software before. Nothing like what I've got just now, what I've got just now. Right, so it's still going. Hey, not only can I can't breathe, I'm getting a sore pan head here. My head's getting busted. My head's busted now. Off. Gone lightheaded here. I'm about to collapse. Somebody call the doctors. Any medics about? I think I've tied this too tight here. Help. Help. Somebody help me. What's happening here? Can't breathe. I'm gone lightheaded. Hold on, I need to do something about this. Wait a minute. Bear with me. So we do this. There we go. Right, bear with me. How did we do that? What happened here? Where did you go with the sound?
Weighing leaving the occupied territories. Even in 2022, 69% of Israelis were interested in moving abroad for work reasons, up from 46% the year before. Well, what may lead to Israel's unraveling is the economy. Israel suffered a 19% GDP drop in last quarter of 2023. Two rating agencies have downgraded its credit standing. Now, there are shortages of food, especially since the Yemeni army has attacked Israeli-bound vessels, and there is a lack of investment in any industry given the unknown future that Israel is facing. Looming regional threats have shaken Israeli sense of security. Political divisions, instability from the Gaza genocide, violence in the occupied West Bank, and people leaving the occupied land, and open hatred for Israel on the world stage, and an unknown economic future. Israel does not have much to look forward to, let alone a future.
Arab Writers Union in the Syrian capital Damascus held a seminar to pay tribute to late Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi and Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian. The union highlighted the key role the two men played in strengthening the resistance front in the region and supporting the Palestinian cause, as Ibrahim Wati reports from Damascus.
The Union of Arab Writers in Damascus organized a seminar in memory of late President Ibrahim Raisi and Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian. Raisi, Amir Abdullahian, and 6 others were killed on May 19 in a helicopter crash in northwestern Iran.
Strengthening the resistance has been a fundamental aspect of the work of the Arab Writers Union in Syria since its establishment. President Raisi and Minister Amir Abdullahian had a distinct impact at the level of the resistance, whether through supporting the Palestinian cause or other resistance movements. The seminar is meant to pay tribute, reinforce, and reaffirm their approach.
The symposium discussed political and diplomatic achievements of late President Raisi and
I've managed to realign my mask here. I can breathe a bit. I've got the window open, and there we go. Right, we're live and direct with a crackpot. Right, so it's screen sharing. Why is that not coming back up yet? Ah, there we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. There. Right, stop screen share. How do you do that? Right, so that's it there, right. And showing me a crackpot FM at its worst. My mask here, I can breathe a bit, I've got a window open, and there we go. Right, that's a lot better. Right, a wee bit better anyway. Thought I was going to die there on you. We can't have that, can we? Just checking my phone here for earlier on. Sweltering. And in the background there, obviously, we've got soundproofing, we've got the Irish tricolour with the proclamation, and we have... Oh, we've got this here. Oh, what's going down in Chinatown? There we go. Oops, there we go. There is back up. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Right, what's happening? Spaces. What's this Spaces about? Listen up with Spaces. Right. Profiles. Right. So I'm just talking about my wee iPhone there. Right, oh, don't you fall down. Can't let this go. Right. Oh, thank you for the 2 who are still with us. God willing. Sign in to chat. Sign in to Rumble. Well, I can't sign in there because I've got it on here. Right, I see. Oh, this technology is obviously for far better people than myself. I'm pretty hopeless, to be honest, but I'm getting there. God willing, I'll get there. I don't know how I'm going to manage with this mask on, but hey ho. Suppose you're better with a wee soundbite. 2 minutes rant is a lot better than half an hour with a dafty talking shit. But the news tonight is Zionist pigs. They're just not going to stop. They are just not going to stop at all. What is the end game for these idiots? What is the end game? Is that mute website notifications all showing? No. Well, the end game for these Zionists is obviously clear for us all to see. They're not going to stop until they get rid of all the Palestinians out of Gaza. They've completely and utterly destroyed any chances, any hope for any civilization to exist there. They're not taking a telling from anybody. They're going on regardless. The US of A there we go. The US of A is just gaslighting us all. As they greenlight the Zionist pigs and the illegal Zionist entity, they're just gaslighting us, saying, oh, we're going to get them to, it's a red line, Biden says. It's a red line. We need to get them to stop. Well, stop sending them weapons. Stop backing them to... Oh, the bus here. Come on, fix yourself up here. Cover yourself up. Bit of decency. Oh, what's the one here? Oh, no, here we go. Look at this. For heaven's sake, my eyes are all misting up. So they're not going to stop. How can we get them to stop? They'll just not listen to anybody. God bless the Irish, Norwegian and Spanish governments. Oh, the bus a minute here. I just need to take myself out of the equation for a wee bit. So I can put this on when I can talk as well, right? Technology, yeah. I need to fix my stuff and breathe. I've choked myself with my kefir. In the name of the wee man, wait till I get a wee drink here. With these crackpots in the background. Bear with me. Oh. Pardon the pig. Susan moi. I try to fix my kefiri so I don't strangle myself and so that I can breathe. Anyway, I can put a hole in it. Sweet mother. Right. Well, as you can see, I keep having to rejiggle my kefir here, and so that I can keep breathing and stay alive. The last thing you want to do is see a live death on your show here. We've got enough deaths going on in Palestine in front of us without having a mad crackpot with a bucket hat collapsing on a Rumble video. I suppose that would get me good ratings, but then that'd be my last one, wouldn't it? We don't want to do that. No, we don't. Not at the moment. This is Shaheed Radio Online, but we don't want a Shaheed here at the moment. So I'm just getting used to this technology, so bear with me. And we went up from 6 down to 2. We're back up to 8. God bless you all for joining us. Tell 10 to tell 10. You're in tune to a crackpot. And as I say, if you're joining us and you're new to the show, please get yourself some tinfoil, cover your place, cover the place up. I should have some tinfoil in that wee bit there. Cover the studio. The studio's cut. Oh, hold on. Maybe I could put this room in. This would be better. So see, you might think I'm being overprotective, but for having this on my face. But until I can leave Glasgow and go out of here, then my ugly phazog will not adorn any TV screen that you'll see. Sadly, being a public servant in Scotland, a nocturnal chauffeur for the slightly inebriated, should I say, because I have to ply my trade as a pirate in the streets of Glasgow, I cannot adorn my face on this screen, so hey ho, I have to strangle myself, suffocate myself to death. Palestine Declassified, great wee programme this. Don't know if anybody's watched it, seen it.
I will explain in this report.
In local elections at the beginning of May this year, the Labour Party failed to do as well as expected, largely because of the party's pro-Israel position. Despite having a substantial lead in the polls, Labour struggled to make gains, and in some areas, particularly where there are large Muslim populations, the party even made losses. Discontentment with the Labour Party has been brewing for many years following the election of Keir Starmer as Labour leader. Starmer has said that he supports Zionism without qualification.
Labour Friends of Israel, scumbags. How they can sit there and still support and green light these evil bastards in the Zionist entity, the illegal Zionist entity. How they can sit there and ask for Muslims to support them. Muslims, anyone with a brain who's voting Labour or Tory, please, come on. In normal times, I wouldn't say vote for no one because, well, you're only just going to get the government in. But when there's an alternative that is viable now, and I think it's 500 seats are up to it, Workers' Party of Britain, Mr. Galloway, he's not everybody's cup of tea, granted. Nobody's perfect, granted. But comparing to these Zionist half-witted idiots in Labour and Tory, at least Mr. Galloway's standing up for the Palestinians. And at this time, then, I think he deserves a vote. Oh, we reached a peak of 9. Sadly, we're down to 7. Hey ho. Not that I'm counting much, but I can see that in the corner there as I'm looking at my wee screen up in the corner. Bear with me as my technology, as I get a grips of it, and I find new ways. Oh, we're down to 6 now. Stop looking at that. Sorry to hurry, keep it on there. Anyway, I'll keep talking until there's 0, and even when there's 0, I'll still keep talking. I'm doing this not for the numbers. I'm doing this to cleanse my sanity from it's just sad. It's despicable to sit there watching what's going on in Gaza. 2 weeks ago, just less than 2 weeks ago, I flew out there. I was 50 miles from the Gaza border, 50 miles. A short hour's taxi drive away from where my brothers and sisters were. And it could have been a million miles. Could have been a million miles. The food was aplenty in Al-Quds, Jerusalem. There was food in abundance. And yet just 50 miles down the road, these evil Zionist pigs are starving the Palestinians to death, bombing them to death. For myself, having a faith in God, seeing that my brothers and sisters being slaughtered, the only saving grace, the way I look at it, is they're shaheeds, they're martyrs. And God willing, inshallah, they'll go straight to Jannah, they'll go straight to heaven. So the peace that the Zionists will deny them in this life, then God willing, they will get peace and abundance in Jannah. There was a WhatsApp message I received a while ago, and it was from a brother that sent me it, and it was saying in it how a little boy was running towards his mother, and he got blown up right in front of his mother. He heard his mother shouting, and he came running. He was running, and he died before he could get to his mother. And the message that was sent said the mother seen her son in a dream. Her son came to him in a dream. And in that dream, the mother said to him, "Oh son, are you okay?" "Yes, mother, I am okay. Where are you?" "I'm in the garden." "What happened? Did you feel any pain?" "It was just like a pinch, mother. But I heard you calling and I came running and I was looking for you, and as I was running, then it was a slight pinch and then I was running in the garden. Did you feel any pain?" "Just a slight pinch." He was running in the garden, and that meant he was in paradise. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Right, this is getting stifling here. I need to find a new way to do this because let's see what's going on here. Oh, the bus. Right, how can I do this? I mean, if I pull this down a bit here and you see too much, I pull it here, I pull it there. Right, I can breathe a wee bit. I suppose I can listen it a wee bit. What do you reckon? Off? No. Can't see me. Can't let you see me. I'm sorry. Unless anyone wants to stay up there, don't fall down. Don't fall down. If somebody can fund me, crowdfund me to go and hold the bus here. Hold the bus. My glasses are all getting steamed up, but it's fallen down. Oh, hold the bus here. Hold the bus. Hold the bus here. Off. Sweltering. So if anybody wants to crowdfund me and get me over to the Middle East to stay, then I can sit here. Or I can sit there and take this mask off. That's the only way I can sit with my face shown, knowing I don't have to come back to this country. So if anybody's got a few hundred or 100 grand, 50 grand, what would it take for me to go there? Well, I'm looking after my wee mother at the moment, so if you can help get me and my mother over to the Middle East, if you have a spare house in the Middle East, even Dubai, if anybody's got a spare house in Dubai, And I spare 50 grand that I can go, that me okay now, I can hear it, it's better now. 50 grand in a flat in Dubai, I've got a job over in Dubai. I'll take my wee mammy with me. My mother's got Alzheimer's and lung cancer. I need to scratch my head here, heard the bus, wait till I do something here. Diagnosed with lung cancer. Something found in the lungs. They did another test a few months later. Thankfully, it hadn't grown any or hadn't got any bigger on her lungs. All the doctor said was, well, the thing you should be worrying about is the Alzheimer's. The Alzheimer's, she's far more at risk with the Alzheimer's, and they're not going to give her any treatment for the cancer. Just going to let it go. But thankfully, it's not got any bigger, it's not got any worse. Although every time she coughs, then I'm highly tuned in, thinking, you know, is it getting worse? Is it getting worse? But the doctor is right, was right. The Alzheimer's is the thing that is taking my mum slowly but surely. The Alzheimer's, where she's forgetting things far worse than what she was a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. From where she was when COVID came 4 years ago, 4 short years ago. The decline. My daughter, who was abroad for a while, came back. She was last here 7, 8 months ago. And tonight I asked her, can you see her decline? She says, oh yes, Dad, yes. She's disappearing into her own wee world. Sadly, I've got the example of my great aunt and especially my gran who went the same way. And the memory is fresh, be it 25, 28, 20, 30 years ago, for my aunt. Yeah, my aunt was 30 years ago, my gran, 25 years. Sadly, all too well, I know how it goes, how it went with them, and how it's going with my mum. I mentioned to her about her brother's birthday last week, and she said, what brother? And the time's coming when she's not going to remember me or my children. That's the way it went with my gran. How long it's going to take, and the rate of progression it's going, I would say months now. I doubt if she'll get another year at this stage where she'll remember us. At that point, when my gran went that way, my wee nanny, I said a prayer to God. I said, dear God, please take my nanny, because it was taking its toll on my mum. My mum was the same age as I am now, 52. And she looks better now than what she did then. She was run down looking after my nan, because my nan fell, broke her hip, was hospitalised, and she got out. My mum was doing all the care. So the decline, it's gradual, but then it goes fast, and then boom. Before you know it, they don't know anybody. Sad. When it's your nearest and dearest, when you're losing them, and there's nothing that anybody can do. In some ways, if the cancer was to take her, it might be a blessing. And having to see her sit there for months, years, not knowing anybody, not being able to talk to anybody. But as I was sat there watching the programme on Channel 4 with the bombing earlier on, as my mum couldn't watch it, and I was forcing us to keep watching it, they say, Mum, look, you think how bad it is for whoever, you know. You look at what's happening in Rafah, what's happening in Gaza, the absolute genocidal slaughter by these evil Zionist pigs. Right. I need to come up with something better than this. This is doing my thruppeny bits in. Oh, the bus. No, I need to take the video off because I need to scratch the back of my head here. Oh, the bus. Oh, the bus here. Oh, my hat's wet for a button. Right. I need to unblock it here so I get. That's a wee bit better now. You're in tune to a crackpot in a tinfoil covered studio. What's happening there? Thanks for joining me. Thanks for bearing with us. My technical issues here. I've loosened my kefira, but still struggling to breathe. Right, how long have we got left to go? Oh, don't you fall in. Keep me protected. If you've any ideas how I can progress in doing this without suffocating or give me a shout. Maybe there's got to be something where I can just cut a hole. Maybe I could cut a hole in my kefira. Suppose I could get, is there something I could get, just a massive, just cover this bit and I could have my lips open there so I can breathe. I suppose I could pull it down for my nose, but couldn't I? I could just pull this down here. I don't even want you to see my beak because it gives me away. Something like that. I can see his nose. I've known that. I've seen that nose before. Even my hand. Let's get it. Oh, here it's falling down. Oh, the bus. Oh, the bus. Don't fall down, Kafir. Oh, the bus. Oh, in the name of the wee man. Swelter. Oh, I'm choking. Jeez, let me. Oh. Oh, that's better. Oh, Swelter. Wait till I get the sound up and this and you can listen to these crackpots. Press TV.
Have engaged in politically controversial issues, sometimes in an offensive manner, and failed to maintain the standards of his judicial office. Despite this, his attacks against Mr. Ali were given credence by the mainstream media. Moreover, another Green Party councillor, Mohammed Makawi, was forced to apologize for tweets he posted following October 7th after being attacked by Lord John Mann, the government's advisor on anti-Semitism. Lord Mann has accepted more than £36,000 in donations and junkets from Zionist and pro-Israel groups throughout his career. The witch hunt against anti-genocide campaigners, particularly Muslims, is clearly being spearheaded by loyalists and lobbyists of the Zionist entity. Nevertheless, the pro-Palestine tide has not only successfully impacted the Labour Party, many conservative politicians have also left their party in disgust at the British government's complicity in the genocide in Gaza. However, the local election results indicate that much of the Muslim community is still voting for the Labour Party. To bring about heavier costs against the pro-genocide Labour and Conservative parties, pro-Palestine activists inside and outside the Muslim community have more work on their hands.
Dave, just before we went to the video there, was asking Crispin about the way in which Labour figures are changing their rhetoric, and there's a big.
I'll change my kefir a bit.
The Zionist
Put it in
policy.
my mallet.
I mean, it's pretty clear, isn't it, that the local election results and indeed
to
George Galloway's landslide by-election victory in Rochdale earlier in the year suggests that there's definitely a change in the prevailing mood of the British public. But do you think that's for the long term? Do you think that that might change? Crispin was touching on this. He doesn't necessarily think so before the break. What's your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I think this is a long-term thing. I mean, it has the potential to disappear over time. But but people see for the first time that this is a genocidal regime, and people have not seen that before.
Well, you should have been looking before. If you've known that this is a genocidal regime, And you're off your nut. Oh, I'm just looking at the screen now. I'm sweltering here, sweltering. What can I do here? I need to come up with any fresh ideas what I can do here. Right, somebody give me a Lenny 50 grand. I promise I'll give you it back. 50 grand, get me to the Middle East, get me out of this God-forsaken land. 10 grand might even do it. Anybody get 10 grand, spare 10 grand? 20 grand, tell you what, 20 grand. Crowdfund me so I can take this mass off. 20 grand. Call it 30 actually, 30 grand. And then that way I can put a deposit down for a flat for a year. And I'll sit there broadcasting for the Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa with a crackpot with a bucket hat. Right, twist it that way, go the right way, put it that way, there we go. Crackpot with a Celtic bucket hat from the Burj Khalifa, live and direct with a pair of Ray-Bans. And I can just put the keffir around my neck, I don't have to put it right across my physog. Right, we've got a hardcore group here of 5 standing by us. Proud of you, the loyalists, no, they're not loyalists. The Republican 5, God bless you, the Republican 5. Oh, right. What can we do here? I need to find something to do. I need to get a mask that I can just have it. I can't do my nose. How can I eat my nose? You know what I could do? That's what I could do, right? So what we'll do is, right, so if I could hold the bus here, and then if I do that way I can't see it. Right, so hold the bus here. So what we'll do is, so if I can hold the bus a minute, just a minute, right, so hold the bus. Oh, here, get yourself up there, don't fall in. Aha. Oh, right, hold the bus. No, I don't like the look of this. Wait a minute. Right, hold the bus, wait a minute. Oh, see when I take this off, it's a blessing, I tell you. Right. I'm looking at a brother on the screen, he's got his keffir on with his beard there. Right, I've only got 5 minutes left to go, so I'll just have to sit here and suffer for another 5 minutes. And I'm off to do my prayer. God forgive me. Hopefully I've not sworn. Have I sworn this video too much? No, I hope I've not sworn. Right, so let's see if I can cover my nose, right? So, cover my nose, cover my face, cover my Barnett. The Barnett formula, right? So we've got a Barnett formula. Let's see how this goes, right? So this is a wee bit better. Oft. There we go. I think I've cracked it. I can breathe. Can actually breathe. Let me see. Oh, hello there. Yes. Hey, we got it going. Oh, now my glasses on. Oh, for fucking heckin'. Help my Bob. What is going down here? Picture in picture. Oh, the bus a minute. Oh, it's up me. Oh, what's going on here? Right. So we've got, oh, hold the bus a minute. Wait a minute. Right, so if I put tinfoil on my nose, if I can slant it like this, then I can breathe. If I can cover that bit up here, and we put this here in my bonnet to do. Right, let's see how it goes. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's it. I can breathe a bit better. So we said, oh, you're falling down. Don't fall down, mask. Hold the bus. Hold the bus here. Right, wait a minute. Sorry, you've lost. Oh, come on. Oh, no. No. I can't have that. Too much skin showing there. A burqa. I can get a burqa. Yes, I think I'll sit here in a burqa soon. Too much skin showing. Can't have too much skin showing. The studio lights will give me a suntan. Right, I can't breathe here. What is going down in Chinatown? Right, so we'll get some pictures going here. There we go. Sweet mother. It's just not happening here. Should I take this off? Oh, I should. Right, we're counting down the last few minutes. Then I'm off to do my prayers. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. Oh, the boss, the boss, the boss, the boss. Oh, not that my glasses on. Oh, help. Help. Not that my glasses on. What happened there? Don't look at my eyes. Did I see much there? Oh, the boss here. I need to double check. Or bear with me. Ah, no, I just double checked my stream there that you never seen my eyes. Thank goodness for that. That was it. No, it's getting down. Right. Tell 10 to tell 10, this crackpot's signing out soon. You only need a couple £100 to get there. You just want to be. I'm a loyalist, Cassidy. I'm not a Catholic, Cassidy. There you go. You saw my eye and you're tracking me. Ah, I'll crack your jokes there. Moats watcher hello. Hamas are terrorists. I take off your stupid hat, sunglasses indoors and a bandana. It's not a bandana. Aye, well done for joining us, Cassidy. You can't see me for a wee bobby. Oh, here, you can now. Hey. Get up, you Cassidy, you ban pot, you. You're barred. How do we bar that crackpot? Ban him. You're barred. Barred. Barred, I tell you. Barred. The mask is slipping. The bandana is slipping. Oh, look at that one there. That one's nearly shown. You can't see me, Cassidy, for the wee bobby. Doesn't matter anyway. Get up, you. Get it right up, you. I'm well known in Glasgow circles anyway. Priest hand was slipping as well. Is that right? Big Jock knew how to win the big cup in Walt Disney. Ha ha! Your team's Mins, Cassidy, right? How long have we been on here for? Another minute to go. Right, over and out. Cassidy's a fan, Dan. Cassidy 94. Your team is Mins, Cassidy. I know I was swearing on Twitter, but I've been to the mosque 3 times asking for forgiveness. And I'm away back to do my prayers as well. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Amen. How many is that? 59. Israeli genocide in Gaza. And it continues.
Global outrage as world leaders.
You sweating thinking of Clement? Big Philip Clemente. The Baldy Bill. Who can be worried for the Baldy Bill? The Baldy Bill will be sacked for November. God bless the idea. If you're bad, Cassidy, bad. Right. Tell 10 to tell 10, retweet to retweet. Cassidy's barred. Cassidy's a fud. And so's Clemente. Right. Peace out. Peace and love to all except for the loyal and stand as Zionists.
Israel